Okay, the year is 1986. I'm in sixth grade, and the teacher says, "We got a new visitor in class." I'm like, a new visitor in class? This has got to be interesting. She strolls in. It's a computer. It's a personal computer, a Macintosh. I look at this thing and I'm like, "Ooh, this is very cool." I was like, I can't wait to actually play on this thing. And she's like, "This is not for fun. It's for learning." So that's my introduction into what I'm about to talk about today is that training in the 21st century. Training in the 21st century started way back when I was in sixth grade. You saw the computer come out. Now computers are totally integrated into the classroom. How did this change, and how did it change so rapidly? From the dawn of the digital age back in the 80s when we started messing with personal computers and started learning on them, now every child in America mostly all use computers to learn. And it's a crazy transition from 100 years ago where we didn't have any of that. And let's say for the past 100 years we never had any of this kind of medium to use. So now I'm going to talk about the transition of teaching in the 21st century. All right, so let's break out our textbooks. I mean, tablets. So, training traditionally hasn't changed for more than 100 years. Back, you had one orator, you had a teacher. She used a blackboard, you had a textbook, you wrote down notes, you read from your textbook. Bingo, bango, we're done with learning. Okay, and that's pretty much how it was. And it was great. We used it for a variety of different means. We've used it for years, and it worked out very good for us. Coming in the information age, now we have computers. These computers, what they do is they make it more interactive. They engage with the students a lot more. There's a little bit more instant feedback, personal instant feedback from the computer. And you can actually access information more rapidly. Okay? The whole thing is that the teaching abilities increased, but the attention spans of the students decreased. You can actually put all this information into the student, but sometimes their attention span would actually be so quick that they wouldn't allow all the information. Okay, because the information and everything's coming at such a faster pace, the student doesn't have enough time to absorb it, and if he can't absorb it fast enough, his actually attention span decreases. All right. So creating an environment using using this technology is very hard to do. You have to be um, you have to be very elaborate with how you do it. You have to be very good and deliberate of how you do it. Because if you don't get it just right, what ends up happening is that you don't have enough information. You have enough stuff to keep the students entertained, but you got enough information actually stored in the product. So what you got to make sure of is that you have an even balance between what can actually catch the actual student's eye to what information they need to learn. This also saves money too, because once I don't have to replace textbooks every 3 or 4 years. I don't have to use all that money. I can actually just update my laptops or tablets, depending on what operation I want to use. So this actually makes it a little bit more cost effective in this learning. And it's been great for us now, and I see my kids now, and I see them learning. I've seen them learn at such a great rate, and I see how they can actually increase their knowledge from it. Now, to conclude, despite losing attention spans, this technology has advanced learning. There's no doubt about that. This is just a good way to actually learn. You can get enveloped into the process. You can actually become a part of the process. And in doing that, that makes it for a better student and a better training environment and a better teaching environment for those teachers now that are in the 21st century. Okay? So looking ahead, it can only get better. The more wrapped up, the more virtual reality these programs can be, the better our teachers will become. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. It's been a fun speech. Thank you.